in order to set your logo, you want to go under Customize Site, and then you can either choose Website Settings Buying for your buying site settings, or Website Settings Selling for your selling site settings. So in this case, I'm going to choose the buying site, and I'm going to upload a logo to the buying site. Now you can see here I already have a logo that is displaying already in this preview section, and if I want to, I can overwrite this with a new logo, but I can't remove this. There's no remove option. So you can either overwrite an existing logo, or you can just leave the existing one in place, but there is no removal option. Now, before I upload a file, I want to tell you about the two types of files that the Investment Dominator accepts. So in here, I have some sample images. One file is this one right here, which is what's called a PNG file. And what makes this file special is that the background here is transparent. Even though it displays here as with a background as black, in reality, the file is transparent. So meaning whatever background color I have, it's going to show through here. And you can see that in this preview here. If you take a look here, it doesn't really have a color in the background of where it says CRM. It just is transparent, because that is actually how the file is created. Now, if you have a file like this, then there's a couple things that's important. If you just have a file that's just your logo, you want to make sure that it fits within the correct dimensions. And so in this example, the dimensions of this file, this PNG file, is 207 pixels by 54 pixels high. So it's basically 207 pixels wide and 54 pixels high. Now, in contrast, there's another type of file that's more common, and that is just a JPEG file. Now, a JPEG file does not have a transparent background, and it doesn't necessarily need to be any particular size. Although, if I pull this up, you can see that the logo is quite small in here. It's actually the same size as it would appear on the website. But the file itself is very big with all this background, and the background of it is this black color, which if you actually go to your Investment Dominator website by clicking on My Site, then Buying, you can see at the very top there's a black bar. So you either want your logo to have a transparent background, like in this case right here, so that it blends in with standard background, whether it's black or if you change the color of the background, or you want to actually use a JPEG file where the background matches. In this case, it's the background is black on the website for the menu bar, and so you want to create a logo file that has a black background. Once you do that, it actually doesn't matter where the logo is in relation to this file. It could be up here, it could be over here, it could be over here, because what I'm going to show you next is you can actually crop around this file. So what you're going to want to do is go into the application, and under Customize Site and the Website Settings Buying tab, you want to click on Choose File. Once you do that, you're going to select your file. So in this case, I'm going to choose the JPEG file, and it's going to load. Now you can see here more of what I was talking about. It has the background is black, and it is the logo is in the middle, but it doesn't matter where it is, because what you can do is you can see your cursor changes to a kind of a crosshairs, and what you do is you hold down your left mouse button and drag, and what this does is it drags an area that is going to fit on your existing site. So, and then once you drag an area, you can actually click in the middle of it and hold down and drag so that your logo appears in the center of this cropped area. Okay, so it basically is trying to conform your logo to the proper size. Now, if you have a larger logo, then you can also crop it like this, but it does have to fit within this predefined cropped area. Okay, so what we're going to do is just select something like this, and then I'm going to hit confirm. That's going to crop the image, and you can see here it does have the background behind it. So I'm going to replace this image with this one. Now to replace it, all I have to do is scroll down and click Save at the bottom, which is the Update Site button, and it's going to say Site has been updated. If I go back here, I can just refresh. You can see the logo got a little bit smaller because of how I cropped around it, but essentially it turned out the same. And in this case, I used a JPEG photo with the background matching. Now, if I go back here, I can go ahead and show you how it looks on the PNG version. So if I go over here and I select the PNG, notice that it don't have all this background space. So it loads it very large because in this case it's a small file and it's a little bit pixelated, but I need to kind of select in the corners of it and select the entire image. Now there is some text here, but again, it's since it's got a transparent background and the text itself is white, it's going to blend in this case to the white background. So that's perfectly fine. You just want to click Confirm. And you can't see the text here because it's white text on white background. But you will be able to see this once we load it onto the site. So again, in order to save these changes, we scroll down to the bottom and click Update Site. And then we're going to go over to our website, refresh again. You can see it made it a little bit bigger. It's also, you can notice that it's a little clearer because we didn't shrink it down at all, as in the first case, in the first scenario that we did. But the main point is you want to upload an image that's got your logo in the middle somewhere, and you want to match the background or use a file with a transparent background.